What is up, everybody? This is EnigmaCraft86 coming back at you on Modern SkyBlock 3. Departed episode 71. And I'm a joker. Never mind. We're not going there. So, on the last episode, let me put away the bow. We were working on applied energistics. And we got a little system working over here. And I also made this. I found out there's these things called igniters. I'm using this as an example. If you give it a redstone signal, it ignites. And if it ignites on bedrock, it creates grains of infinity. So, I found a way to automate it. I had a timer and everything, but I want to take it off for right now because that's quite a bit. And yeah, we don't need that many. And they're just getting sucked up in here and being pulled out there and put up in there. So, whenever I want grains of infinity, and if you flip the switch off, if it doesn't have a constant redstone signal, it will like turn off. So I had a timer and a filter from Ender.io, which is a redstone timer, which I had it set for like a good minute or so. And I have a lot of sheep, and I mean a lot of sheep. There is a reason behind the sheepness, and that is for the simple fact I need wool. So far I got 409. Yeah, I know I could use string, and I have 6,000, but we're probably going to go through that actually pretty quick if we just sheerly just stay on string. And also I added a few more rock cleaners. Main reason is these three down here weren't keeping up with this. This was getting backed up. So I decided to put a few more in just to speed up the process a little bit. And we got a decent amount right here. And also I put an ender chest here and put the top label blue so we can automatically import into the system. So we don't have to worry about it because there's a little importer here on the, where is it at? On this side. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is a little bit of automation. Now, Now there is something I want to see and see if it's actually right. If we go look up pattern, there's this pattern encoder from AE2 stuff. So we almost had exactly what we needed. So let's go ahead and look at this, because if it is what I think it is, it's going to be quite useful. Now, no, this isn't what I was thinking it was. Because I was thinking maybe help with the automation, make it a little bit easier whenever we're doing machine crafting, but nope, it failed me. So it will go into the chest of trash, I guess. I don't know what you want to call that thing. But now getting back to what we're doing. We're needing to make, let's see what the quest book says actually. Let's pull that down. Oh, and I went to the nether and actually found a oh, no, wrong one. That was my pink slime. Oh, here it is. A nether chicken. Nether quartz chicken. I didn't think I could find one. And a little interesting thing I found. This will be useful later. Let me turn this thing off. Is it active on redstone signal? Okay. If I sit here and put, where is it at? Is this one it? No, that one. And have it spawn them. It gives the vanilla, or the other chickens, but we don't want that right now. I was hoping I was going to get more nether quartz. I was like, oh hey, that'd be an easy way to automate it. Nope. There we go. No chickens were harmed in the making of this video. Besides those two. Now, if we look in the quest book, and let's go look at applied energistics, or what's it called? Digital storage. There's quite a bit we've already done. In and out, which is this. ME conversion monitor and all this other stuff. Right? And compact systems. The ME compatible adapter allows you to connect your ME system with whatever is inside a compact machine by having one inside of it next to the tunnel, and the next one to it on the corresponding block side. That actually could be useful because I could actually put all that stuff back into a different compacting all the storage stuff back down into a different one, which we might actually have to take a look at that. That's actually kind of cool. Here it is. Automating with the network. For automating with the ME system, you are first going to need to craft a crafting storage. Then you need to add patterns to the ME interface to tell them what the import and export is. So I built a molecular assembler outside of this, just out of curiosity. And what all does it want us to make? Oh, that's not that bad. So let's go ahead and get some of this stuff done. Let's see if we can just make most of it. I was testing to see what all I could automate, and it wasn't all that much. Okay, so we're gonna need some crafting units. I think that's what it was for the 1K, wasn't it? Yeah. We're gonna need crafting units for both of these. So let's go ahead and make a few of these. Let's see, that big 2, 4, 6, 8. And we're gonna need a few of these. So let's see. Hit the wrong button. 8 of them, that's not bad. Now we could just make the co-processing unit real quick. That'd be one thing out of the way. Now they want the 1K storage drive. Okay, so we're gonna have to make one of these. No big deal. Did it go in there? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know if you guys saw that or not. It looked like a visual glitch. Okay. And I think it was ME. Okay, where are they? The next gen crafting. Okay. See, ME fluid. So let's just type in ME fluid. That did not help much. Here they are. ME fluid assembler. Should I need a molecular assembler for it? Oh, I need one of these too. Are they all going to need one? I'm going to need a couple of these. Okay. Just go ahead and make a couple of those because we know we're going to need them. Okay. All I was missing was a crafting table. No big deal. And that should be that. And we should be able to just go like this. There we go. Now, Emmy, was it a autofiller is the only thing we were needing. And an ME fluid interface. So they should, oops, wrong one. It was like the last page, second to last page. Okay. Fluid interface. There we go. And autofiller. Wonder if we can make another one of these. So we're going to need to get some gold real quick. Do we have any redstone? We have a little bit. See what we have down here real quick. So I had some stuff cooking up and I can't remember. Okay, now we actually test to see if this thing actually works properly. So those all should be going in here. There we go. There's 2 of them. Should be about all we need. Now let's look back up the ME fluid, and we're making this last one. But we're going to need another one of these. There's that. There's Annihilation Core. And do we not have any crushed service cores? Okay. No big deal. We'll just throw these in the sag mill. Get rid of the sulfur. Should be enough for what we're doing. There we go. So it's ME fluid. And we were doing the auto filler, so this should be... I always forget about that crafting table. I don't know why. Okay. And the last thing is this. I used all of them. Now I went into the nether to see if I could get a hold of some withers so I can try and get like a drop of evil. But for some odd reason I could not find a single wither at all. Okay, and ME fluid. This one. There we go, got that. And this is all we need. There we go. Now, what I want to do, see, can you upgrade these? No. We're going to need a couple more coprocessors and a couple more 1K drives. That's another reason, or let's not go 1K. Let's go, yeah, that should work. Uses, there we go. Toss those in. And out of redstone. So it's gunpowder and blaze powder. We don't have very much blaze powder, but we have a lot of blaze rods. There we go. That should do. Let's wait for us to get a stack, and I'll throw it in the combustion chamber thing. And there we go. Let's go ahead and get that last one. That should be good. And now we can just basically put this here, put those there. That made 3 4Ks and a 1K. And the reason I'm trying to get that set up is, can we actually make applied and type in cables? Oh, at applied and then type in cables. Okay, I'm wanting to make some of these cables, But okay, let's say we want to go with the flux one. We have to make the dents cover, which requires the covered cable flux, which requires this. So now, if I had any, where are they? We're doing the flux, yeah. Go like this, go like this. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to use pure. Well, guess it doesn't hurt. There we go. So we get that and put our wool together. Take this ME dense cable cover, which only made 16. So we do this and it'd be ME dense smart cable. So that only made 16. So that was a stack of everything. But with the dense ones, you can actually hold, instead of 8 channels like the rest, these can hold 32. Now, what I could do, just for the time being, since this is kind of our auto processing area, bring this down and see, can we connect an interface to this thing? Probably can. We're going to go ahead and see if we can. Nope, will not let me wrench it. And don't want to keep using these. Let's see if we can make some more cables. Because what I like to do is, once I land, I'll explain it. And I'm about to do it again. Where you at? So I was only able to make 16 of those. I just go like that. Let's see, what do I have in here? That should work for now. Because I want to make more of these. Maybe we should crush this up and make them into... Let's see, how much sand do we have? Do we have any in here? Yeah, we have a ton of sand. So let's go ahead and break these up and make some more pure flux crystals. Because I'd rather use those. It makes take a little bit more time to do it, but in the long run, it'll actually help us. Let's see. Let me go throw that back in there. Make some more of these. There we go. I make quite a bit of those. And we got our 64. Let's just combine them in our crafting personal crafter. That should give us 2 stacks of those. And we can just throw them in here and let them sit for a few seconds. They take a minute. But since we already have 16, we're just going to go with that for right now. And we hit U. And of course, it's going to take us all the way through all this stuff. Huh. Okay, did not know that. Alright. I don't want that one. Let's go with this one. Oh, wrong one. Alright, I made 16. So if we put the glowstone and redstone on it, it makes it a smart cable. They're not as expensive as the others, but they can only carry 8 lines. So basically, they can only run 8 machines. So what you can do is, this whole thing could hold 32. So if we break it off to, say, fire that close to the ground. Oh gosh, that's going to take forever. Come on, wrench. Yes. Alright. So we can branch it off like this. This way we'll have 8 channels. So what we can do is, let's go ahead and put our... I should have attached. Oh, okay. Oops. Hey, you're not supposed to link up like that. You have to be touching. There we go. And we'll just leave the 1K off. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's do it this way. Was that the 1K? It was. There we go. So that's 4812K right there for auto crafting. Everything that you make has to have a certain amount of crafting ability. It's like, how to phrase it? It's like a computer. It has to have so much room so it can do the job, pretty much. So if we go into interfaces, we can take one of these out. Well, I know we have one of our inventory, don't we? No. Alright, what I'm going to do is run a... Do I have my axe on me? I do. Come on. See if I can go down here. There we go. There we go. Have the interface on the bottom of that chest. Now, what I can do is, I might have enough cables for this. This is going to look messy. And I will try to clean it up in between episodes. But this is going to be the first bit of auto processing. Now I might just turn that into its own like little room. Are we gonna have enough cables? Ooh, yes we did. And you'll notice it says 0 out of 8, 1 channel. So it updated. If it says, it could say like not enough channels. This says 1 out of 8, 1 out of 8. This says 2 out of 32. So what I'm gonna do is teach this thing how to make, well, let's make sure we got certain things out of the system. Let's get the redstone out because we're going to need that. Alright. Now, we don't have to worry about the adding silicone to it. Now, what we're going to want to teach this thing in our pattern is, let's see, do we have... We have 52 of those. I just want one of them. Now I'm going to need a piece of gold. So what I want to say is 1 piece of gold, and come down here and throw it in our little auto system. The reason I took the what do you call it? Redstone out, because it would automatically try and make it. So now this might not work like I want it to. No, that's not what I want. I want to put gold and redstone equals this. I started sitting there thinking, I was like, no, that's not how it's gonna work, because it doesn't buy potato on a stick. It's not gonna sit there and pull it out. So I take the pattern and put it up in here. So say I want a, what do you call it? Logic processor. If I take out all of these, it says craft. Hit craft, hit start, and see it says 36 bytes available. We have, what is it, 12,000 bytes, I believe. And we hit start, and if we look at, what was that, logic processor, it should have ended up in here. Well, there's no way to import it yet. And so that's going to be sitting there and saying, okay, I'm still waiting on it, even though it's already crafted. So what we're going to want is an importer. And let's see, we almost had actually all this stuff to make it. No. That works. Now, are we going to have enough cables? Okay, all that stuff should be in there. Let's go ahead and please. If you use a different color wool, it'll actually make it a different color. So there we go. We got 64 of those. And let's go ahead and upgrade them to the smart cables. See how many of those we can get. Oh, not bad. So what we're going to do is come down here. Actually, I have to come up top first. Punch a hole in this. Okay. We're going to put the import bus up here. You can also see it says device offline. So if I run it directly to, no. One thing else I hate, it tries to use the other ones. Okay, these are the ones I want. And you know, it still says device offline. Missing channels. Give it a second to update. 1 out of 8. So this thing is actually using 2 out of 8 channels. So this whole line is only using 3 out of 8. So in theory, I should have the logic processor in here. There we go. So I can order logic processors very easily. Now I'm going to go away for a minute and I'm going to make it where it makes all the processors. And I'll be back in just a minute. Alright? Alright, everybody. I've been tinkering around, and one thing I've noticed is I'm having to run down, run back up. So let's go ahead and look at a pattern. That's a pattern terminal. Is it crafting? Crafting, where's it at? Crafting terminal, I think that's what I'm in right now. Let's look at applied. 1E, not 2. And there is a thing in here, let's see, illumination panel, ME interface panel. I think that's actually it right here. So let's go ahead and make another set of those. Should be able to make most of that. Formation core. I actually have I've been sitting here playing around. I also made this little setup. It's just to get us started with Autocrafting. And no, you're you're not hearing things. It's actually, I don't know what happened, but my jetpack stopped making noises, so I'm not complaining too much. Kind of worried me for a second. Alright, oops. Well, sure. Let's go ahead and teach you how to do these two things, actually. This would make it a lot easier. No, not that one, this one. And teach you this. Now we can just ask for a... Come on. There we go. And there are two ways to get rid of patterns. Ooh, no. Come here. These are just me experimenting. You can either shift or right click, or you could actually go back into the thing, and if say you messed up somehow, you can go like this and it'll bring up the last one and just go like that. And let's see, let's go ahead and craft one of these real quick. And say we want illumination panels. And there we go. See? Like I said, there's two ways of clearing them out, which I think is quite nice. Okay. And there we go. Now we don't have to worry about those few things. Now we were wanting to make the IMI interface panel, which should be able to make it now. Now let's just go ahead and just slap it here for the time being, and you can see we can actually access our whole system right here. Well, I moved a few things over here. Basically what we're going to do is, quite simply, let's go ahead and see if we can make one more of those at least. Yeah. And if we connect it here, it should be on there now. See, sag mill. So say we want to get pure flux. No. Just need one of these. And one of these. And now we don't have to run all the way down. We can just go, oh hey, here's the molecular assembler. We can just put it in there. Or service quartz dust. Let's go to this one. Let's go ahead and say, hey, this is a process. Yeah, want service quartz dust, you can just do this. Pretty simple. I'll just bring you guys back to see all that. And now we could actually ask for, say we run out of glass. This is made with surface quartz because we have a ton of it. And you can hear this running. Well, actually, if I set the import. That's a good thing about Ender IO. You can push and pull in the same direction. So we should have 4 IMI or quartz glass right there. Really easy to get it started. Now I'm going to teach it how to make. Well, actually, I could do this. Craft one of these. Okay. So one of you equals one of you. Okay. And that was in the growth chamber. But here's the thing. We want to also be able to make charged surface quartz. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, let's go ahead and make all these sides blank. Put that in and out. Now, we don't have any charged right now. We also don't have a crafter. Let's go ahead and make 2 of them. Should be done in just a second. There we go. We got 2 of them. The reason I said make 2 because So they attach to both of these. Because you have to have something in between them to connect them, I think. Let's see. See, energetic diffuser. So if we take one of you, I already had one in my inventory for a reason. There we go. So we could say one regular service quartz equals one charged service quartz. Now let's go ahead and put that in the energetic diffuser. Now we got all that set up. But how are we going to make, now we have to make flux. Well, the way we're going to do that is basically one of you, and we have to get one piece of redstone, but I didn't use it all, and one piece of quartz, and just let's go ahead and put them in here, so because we're going to use them. Charged? No. We have to make sure we actually use the charged one. Let's go down to the growth, yeah, this thingy. Crystal growth chamber. And we can put all three of these in, and it makes 2. Now will it pull them out? You can't put them back in. I don't know. We'll find out in a second. So right now we know how to make, I believe it was dust, wasn't it? No. So let's go ahead and put these in here. Make that a recipe. Let's clear all that out and put this in here. 1 for 1. Now we're going to have to go into 2 different machines. One is the crystal growth chamber, which is this. The other one is the sag mill. Alright. So if we want, let's see if we can order 30. Now see if they actually come up in here. Yes, they do. So that's all set. So we have all the basics set up for this right here. And we're just going to sit here and we're going to actually make this our like little auto processing area. And luckily these can pull in and out on the back. I need to actually import all that stuff, but I'll worry about that later. And let's go ahead and make a little bit more complicated stuff. Because if we look at applied, we need to learn how to make, I've taught it how to do patterns. Let's see if we can make 20 of them. Ooh, available 2, missing that iron. Available 40, missing 20. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. I think I have a lot of iron alchemical ore dust around here somewhere. Yeah. Just go ahead and let that cook up for a little bit. Now glowstone was... Now how do we do this? Combustion 4 to 2. So 4 redstone to 2. So if we type in redstone, we don't have very much. Let's see how much we have over here. We have 32. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back in a minute, and I'm going to automate this machine right here, the blaster. But I'm going to have to be able to see if we can make another refined casing. So let's see if we can do that real quick before I cut off. If I can't, INET. D and type in case. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough. So, how do we make that stuff? We don't have that much obsidian, do we? $60 pieces of obsidian. So let's look at casings. Maybe we're actually able to make a better one. Inderium. Now, the refined obsidian's still a lot higher than even that, because that's at 37. The only other ones that even come close to it, I don't think we can actually make yet. Yeah, so I'm going to have to come back in a minute because I'm going to come up with a interesting system, because I'm going to have to attach to all these. So I'll be back in a minute.